Welcome to Out of the Box from Hudson County Community College. Each month, we will bring you timely discussions about education, people, programs, events, issues, and solutions that affect the education and enrichment of the people of Hudson County. I'm Christopher Manos, your moderator for these podcasts. Joining us today for a discussion about Phi Theta Kappa, one of the college's honor societies, is Hudson County Community College President Dr. Chris Reber, and Phi Theta Kappa officers and scholarship recipients Sarah Hayoun and Abdirahim Salhi. Thank you all for being here today. Dr. Reber, would you please tell our viewers a little bit about the honor societies at Hudson County Community
Certainly,
College?
Chris, I'm happy to. This is such a wonderful day, being able to not only talk about our honor societies, but our inspirational students. We have students studying many different disciplines, and many students are very high achieving at Hudson County Community College, and many transfer to four-year and graduate institutions. And so many are honored during their experience here through National Honor Society. So for example, we have an honor society for excellence in psychology, in English. We have an honor society that recognizes students who attend the college through funding support from the Educational Opportunity Fund. We honor veteran students who excel in leadership and scholarship. We have an honor society that recognizes excellence in leadership. And there are others, but I'll focus on the Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society, which is the largest honor society in American higher education. In fact, it's one of the largest in the world. There are literally thousands and thousands of students in two-year colleges in every state and throughout the world that are not only recognized for their excellence and for their achievement and their leadership, but are also provided wonderful life-changing opportunities for scholarship support and opportunities really to get to know and interact with their peers and to develop a network. And I could go on and on. And I, in my educational career, have worked with Phi Theta Kappa chapters at a number of institutions. Every single one of them brings together students who are inspirational. But I can tell you with confidence, Hudson County Community College's Phi Theta Kappa chapter is the single most inspirational, dynamic student organization that I have had the honor of getting to know in my 39 years in higher education. In fact, the Hudson County Community College Phi Theta Kappa chapter is considered a 5-star chapter. This is the rating given by the Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society for the highest level of excellence in performance. And Abdirahim and Sarah are leaders of our Phi Theta Kappa chapter here. In fact, Abdirahim is the outgoing president, and they are recognized really now nationally for their excellence. In fact, I had the honor of being with them recently in Orlando, Florida for the Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society. This is like nothing you've ever seen before. Thousands of students, 4,000 or more, of outstanding inspirational students from all over the world were there. And I'm telling you, I got tired very quickly. There are events morning, noon, and night. There are parades, there are celebrations, there are recognitions, dynamic speakers. And I was delighted to be with our student members and our Middle States regional chapter members, and particularly delighted to participate and observe the recognitions of our students. What exceptional students. And we're so proud, and your success is our success, as I often say at Hudson County Community College. Now I'm going to stop talking. What I would really love to ask the two of you to do is tell us in your own words a little about how you got here, what this college has meant to you, what your future plans are, anything you want to share.
I'll start. We arrived here as immigrants 5 years ago. Me and Sarah, we didn't know any person here. We don't have any relatives or connections to start with our journey here. It was really hard for us in the beginning. So I have to go to work as a marketing representative for a telecommunication company. She has to stay at home at that time. Later on, shortly, like in 9 months, we welcomed our new members of the family, our son Ryan. So she has to stay home taking care of the kid for the next 3 years. I had to keep working to support the family. However, there is this delayed dream that I had in mind for the last 16 or 17 years, which is I want to go to college. But I didn't have the means and didn't know the ways how to start this journey. In 2016, I had this little conversation with Sarah. I told her, I think it's really time for one of us to go to start this delayed dream. And Sarah was the best candidate for that. Our son by that time was already about to close 2 years anniversary. And Sarah wasn't convincing for the idea in the beginning because she doesn't know that much English. So I told her, maybe just go and start, learn some English. And Hudson County Community College was our best choice at that time. It's close to home, just 10 minutes walking distance from home, affordable, close to transportation if she has to fetch the kid to the daycare and bring him back. So we have the right atmosphere that time to start our college education. For me, I have to stay work to support the family. Sarah started in 2016, and then it didn't take us longer time, like 3 months or 4 months later, I heard the great news from her. She's enjoying her new journey. She find new family, new friends. We have, for the first time, we are connecting with people. We feel that we are connected to this place. It was really amazing. And then Sarah, by that time, started the real conversation to push me and motivate me to start college. I was still hesitating. And then Sarah really has every day to find ways how to convince me to go to college. And then it didn't take me also longer time, and I started also that journey.
Phenomenal. Sarah, tell us about your part of the journey.
So, as Rahim mentioned, I was staying at home, taking care of the baby. But our main discussion every day was about education. Every day he came from work, we have this discussion because we were thinking about our baby, how to support him. We want him to have a really great education. But at some points, we were sure that we have to start first so we can be a role model for him. So every day Rahim was talking about 3 kinds of people he every day has to meet. So every day he will talk about the guy who is sitting on the desk, developing applications, softwares, writing codes, and how this stuff is helping the company and he's as an employee there. And also about the other kind of people without education. He meet them on a daily basis, how they are struggling in their life without education. And the third kind of people like him, like you want an education, but you have all these barriers that prevent you to go to college. So as he said, at that time I was the right fit to go to college. But I wasn't convinced. I was thinking about my son, who's gonna take care. We didn't know about all these opportunities. So he was just, give it a try. Go, you need English. The first thing you need to take English as a second language classes. And I started from there. And I was just amazed with like the tutoring center, how they provide one-to-one support to you, how they help me to get better grade in English, how to write my essays. And from there, I registered for the next semester. I exit the English. And then we had the other conversation about having a degree now, not only English. So I started my first semester, and I discovered more opportunities that I can work at the college also. That the tutoring center is not only about English, they have math, they have everything you need help with. And by the end of the semester, I applied to be a tutor. And by July, I got the great news that they accepted me as a mathematics tutor. And before that, I was talking to him that I think you have to go to college too, since this is your dream. And every day he's talking about developing application robots. And so he wasn't convinced at all. He was like, I'm here to support the family. I want you to get your education first, and then we can think about it. And when I got the news that I will start another journey at Hudson County Community College, not as a student, but I can work also. So I told him that this is the right moment. So I'm gonna support you also. I will work as a part-time job. You can work a part-time job, and you have to join the community and be a student here. Mm-hmm. So this great news motivated him also. So he registered. He started his first semester, and then we knew about the work study. So he started also his journey also here as a part-time student. He works under the work study program. And from there, every time, new opportunities. Like for the STEM, we are part of the B2B, which is Bridge to Baccalaureate, where we work as peer leaders. You go to the classroom, you assist the students in math subjects, calculus. Sometimes we have group study. Also, we help each other. And then he got another opportunity to work with Professor Siddiqui. It's a lot of opportunities. And then we joined the Phi Theta Kappa. We became, I joined it first, and I became an officer. And from there, we started another journey here at Hudson County Community College. At Phi Theta Kappa, I was like the shy girl, so I joined the society. I was just sitting there, listening to them, talking about opportunities, but you cannot imagine that you can be there also. You can do whatever they are doing. You can. And then I started as an officer. I started working on projects, attending conventions, conferences, where they help you to develop other skills, leadership skills also. Mm-hmm. And it was amazing.
And I have to tell you that Abdurrahim and Sarah often bring their son Ryan to on-campus events. And apropos of that, just last evening, we were celebrating our annual academic and leadership excellence awards program. Of course, they were both recognized. But watching you sit in the audience with Ryan, I think in the middle of the two of you, just inspired me so much, as it always does. He, by the way, how old is he?
4 years old.
He's 4 years old, and he sits through a 2-3 hour program so beautifully. I mean, so well behaved. But what I can honestly tell you, and I'm sure you recognize this, I hear both of you talk about how important it is to you that you're setting an example for him, and that you want him to be proud of you. And I'm going to tell you something. He's going to be proud of you.
Oh.
And
he said that actually.
And
yeah. Yesterday when he was attending the Excellence Award, so when we went home, the first thing he said, "Guys, I'm so proud of you." They were
I'm getting goosebumps. Awesome. Tell us a little bit about also you're giving back. So, they have both benefited through their own really grit and perseverance, and you're also acknowledging people here, helped you along the way. But at the same time, as you're overcoming all the challenges and you're doing 4.0 level work and research and all the rest, you're giving back. You're doing service work. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
that is really something we enjoy as a family. So one of the great places that we enjoy being together is the Liberty State Park. So way before we started college, it's our best place to be there as a family, gathering together or enjoying a walk in the park. Such a great place for the community. So, and then when we started college, and then I started as a member of Phi Theta Kappa, we learned that they have a community service program there on the weekends. I said to Sarah, wow, that is really the right place for us to enjoy our park. And then we learned that we can be there every Saturday from 9 o'clock to 12 p.m. doing some gardening work, trimming trees, cleaning the park, which we really enjoyed. And then the best part of that, our kid has to be with us every weekend there. It was really amazing as far as we learned that this society and this community college and all the type of organization that we are involved with are supporting our mission. We wanted also to make a difference in our community and give back and help our community cherish and be a place for families to enjoy and get together.
And so usually every Sunday, I receive an email from Professor Ted Lai, who is the advisor of Phi Theta Kappa. Here's another hero. Hey, Ted, I hope you're watching. Ted, through his own passion for supporting students in education, lives and breathes helping and contributing to students' success, as in the case of these two wonderful students. And so every week he sends to a whole bunch of us here pictures of Sarah and Abderrahim and Ryan and lots of other students. They're in their overhauls. They're doing all kinds of cleanup projects at Liberty State Park, and it goes on and on. You have participated in other projects, I know. Right. Sarah, can you speak to any of those? Like Phi Theta Kappa will often do, I think, blood drives and photo registration and things like that.
Yes. As Phi Theta Kappa members, yes, community service is our priority. We like to give back to the community, and we encourage always members and students to give back to their community. It just, you have to be smart about it, because most of the students, they say, I have work, I have homework also, and they cannot do it, which is not true. If you just think about it, you will find time. So, and we have different opportunities. We go to, we volunteer at church. Yes, as I said, like blood drive at the Liberty State Park, MS walks. Do you remember more?
Shark Fest.
Yes, Shark Fest. Like different places and different opportunities that fit everybody.
And Abderrahim, recently you spoke to our Board of Trustees briefly about the impact Professor Lai has had on you. Can you speak to that at all?
Yes. So it is true that many of us are determined and have a goal, but when you don't have someone behind you that push you and remind you always about what you have to achieve by the end of the day, it's really hard. For me, that journey, I can say proudly, wasn't possible without the support of Professor Lai. He has been there from the early days, and I was bothering him with any recommendation I need to apply for the different scholarships and programs throughout the year. And the funny side, his mission doesn't end here. He is always on top of my application. He would send me text messages reminding me about the deadline, and then I wake up in the morning, guess what, at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I receive text message, did you submit your application? Remember, it's the deadline.
And it's not with Abderrahim. He does that with all students.
Yes,
ask any students, any student, they will tell you the same thing. He always sends reminders, everything.
And I just want to say, since I'm finishing my first year at Hudson County Community College, I see this across the institution. Outstanding faculty and staff who truly care about our students and go way beyond what anyone would normally expect. And so it's wonderful to see the fruits of some of that. So tell us a little bit about this excruciating problem you have deciding between Princeton, Columbia, Yale, Rutgers. Where do you think you're going to go, and what are you hoping to do in your careers?
That's really, really tough decision. We are at really a crossroad here. So we make it through the community college, and we have been doing amazing achievements throughout the last 18 months or 2 years. And then now we come to the next chapter in our life, which is the transfer process, which is by itself, it's a whole job. It's a whole full-time job. So in our case, it's difficult. Why? Because I'm not by my own, she's not by her own. And on top of that, we have a partner in this journey, we have our kid. So in making sure that we pick in the right place, it's really tough, because some of us has to make sure that the kid has to be close to us, and then as a family also has to be close to one another. Sometimes we might not end up at the same school, but we have to make sure that the three of us are close to one another. So I got accepted to Columbia. I was really excited receiving their acceptance letter the other day. It is something that I have been waiting for a long time.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Sarah also got accepted to Rutgers. So far, I also got accepted to Rutgers. Both schools are great in their own. They are still one of our top priorities. So for me, going to my future dreams, pursuing a PhD in robotics and artificial intelligence, both schools, I would say they fit the criteria. For Sarah, going as astrophysics, Princeton, Rutgers, Columbia are really also great on their own. Let's hope for the best, really. We didn't come up to make that decision yet, but hopefully the next few weeks we have to make that decision, which is going to be set the stage for our next future goals.
And Sarah, what do you hope to do long term in your career?
So I have my my research mentor, who is like a professor. She's from Queensboro Community College and a research assistant at the American Museum of Natural History. So she is my role model. So I want to be a college professor.
Excellent.
And a research scientist.
Would you like to work in a community college?
Of course.
All right.
And if you do, Hudson County Community College would be my first choice.
Oh, phenomenal.
You know, I have to say that your guys' story is a perfect reflection of one of the main missions of Hudson County Community College, of transformational education. And it's really remarkable that you guys have had this journey. And to pick up what Dr. Siegel was saying last podcast, start here, go everywhere.
Wow.
Absolutely. And you know, a third of our students speak English as a second language. A third emigrated from another country. Many of our students are balancing full-time college coursework with raising children, caring for families, working sometimes full-time. And I think you know this, but I want to emphasize it. Your example inspires others, and probably in ways you don't fully appreciate or recognize. And so I just can't say enough wonderful things about you. On top of everything else, you're wonderful human beings. You have phenomenal values, and you know, I would hold these two up to anyone, not to get political, but anyone that expresses concerns about immigration. what phenomenal citizens they are going to be in the United States of America because of their life experience, because of their diversity, because of their outstanding performance and seeking excellence in everything they do. And you're going to contribute a great deal. We're also going to keep your contact information on file because I think you're going to become wealthy, successful people, and we want you to come back and create maybe an endowed scholarship or...
We are already planning that after our graduation we will be here as alumni. I already talked with Professor Lai to be in the Alumni Association of Phi Theta Kappa. I gave my contact information to the next academic year team. We are having this discussion. We love Hudson County Community College. I could see myself growing. I can see myself where I was and where I'm now, and I cannot not give back to my community.
Fantastic. You know, we celebrate here so many things. We often celebrate the beautiful facilities, our iconic state-of-the-art facilities that have been made possible because of generous partners in the community in Hudson County and here. But fundamentally, it's about the people. Mm-hmm. And I'm so pleased, Sarah and Abderrahim, that you came today to share some of your story and that you have touched this college and this community as you're going to touch so many others in the future. And we also salute the faculty and staff who are your partners in this journey.
Chris, if I could just pick up on one other comment you made in terms of Sarah and Abderrahim being an inspiration for others. Can you both take a couple minutes and tell other people what inspired you and how other people can live the life that you're having?
You want to start?
Sure. So in 2017, I still remember very clearly when I started college. It didn't take me, long time to realize that persistence, dedication, and love of learning will pay off at the end of the day. However, Hudson County Community College has been a catalyst for my success and achievement. It has been, the way you said it, a transformational institution, and then it has been the real place that I can see myself going everywhere. It's a great hub for aspiring students who wants to have maybe a second chance, for me as a non-traditional student, or for someone who's really starting fresh, coming from high school and seeking to have a great future. It's diverse, its people, its programs are all amazing in their own.
For me, Hudson County Community College is a second home. Wow. So, yes, I'm a student here, I work here, and I had the privilege also to have my son also come here. He attend meetings, community service, everything here. Mm-hmm. Even if you ask him, he knows the names of every building.
Wow.
And
I don't even know that.
Yes, he knows.
He knows.
So every time I have a meeting, he will ask, are we having a meeting in the STEM building or the culinary building, the library? And if I have to name, I cannot give names of people who have contributed to my success, professors, college administrators, everybody they had contribute to the success. Not only my success, I know a lot of students who have a successful academic journey here, and I just cannot just say thank you, but every day I try to say thank you by giving back to my community college and trying to help other students also and tell them about the opportunities and the support and help you get at Hudson County Community College.
Mm-hmm. Now, I think one of the things that I find truly inspirational is your journey from Algeria. You're both the first representatives of your families in the United States. You've come here with no family support in terms of anyone being physically in our country, and really making a fresh start for yourselves. It's truly an American success story and an Algerian success story combined together. If you could describe Hudson County Community College in one word, Sarah, what would that be?
My second home.
Abdirahim?
A catalyst.
Well, there you have it, a second home and a catalyst. Our thanks to Dr. Reber, Sarah, and Abdirahim for being part of our discussion. And thank you for joining us for this session of Out of the Box. If you enjoyed this podcast, please share it with your family and friends, and visit our website at hccc.edu.